Decorating the Christmas tree right now. Just making sure we have good holiday spirit.
Oh, Matt, I'm home!
Hello! Hello, everyone! Welcome to the 1HP giveaway of exercises!
Yeah, we're giving you free exercises that you can do on your own.
That's right. We are giving away 3 stretches and 3 strengthening exercises today. Christmas Santa and Mrs. Claus over here.
Oh!
We are going to be delivering and dropping off exercises hopefully every week, or just some knowledge for you guys every week, so that you guys can, game well during this Christmas holiday. So you guys can keep playing, grind many hours, and eat lots of good food. So
yes.
Today we are going to be doing just that, and we will let you guys tell all your friends while we talk about some Christmas stories.
Yeah, go ahead and copy that link, and then take it to Twitter, and tweet it.
Yeah,
tweet it.
To the tweeters. And then say, throw up a 1 or 2 in the chat if you are here now and if you have holiday spirit. If you don't have holiday spirit, throw up a sad emoji.
Pog champion with the 70 Baj. Pog champion indeed.
Pog champs.
No, Pog champion.
Hello,
It's
Pog
the formal.
champion.
The formal.
Pog champion. You know, we're getting a little weird, but you know, this is just who we are.
It is.
This is who I am.
You should have come to expect this by now.
This is who I am, really, and you know, normally when I make content, I'm way more professional.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not.
Have you seen his TikTok?
I'm always doing spinal circles.
Let's see your best spinal circles. Let's both do spinal circles. I don't even know how this works. Like
Spinal circles, you have to be on your hands and knees. We'll show it with camera angle too. We'll do it. We'll spend the last 5 minutes of the stream teaching how to perform a spinal circle.
Yes, please. Very important information.
And then if you guys can, you know,
Zen in the chat. What's up, man?
if you guys can tweet at us, you know, yourself doing the spinal circle, then wow, we will feel really happy about that.
Yeah, spinal circle.
Spinal
challenge.
circle gang.
Oh yes. How long did you have to practice?
I did not take a long time.
No,
I got it instantly.
you got it immediately?
I saw it and I was like,
Just not a motor moron.
spinal circles. That makes sense. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How's your day going so far? This is a golden TheraBand. And
It is very festive.
It's I just brought it here so that we can hang it up and possibly use it later for some of the exercises if we want to, but is this a pretty good decoration?
Oh, it was great on the tree.
Nice. Very nice. Hello, Angela Griffin. Zen. I think Zen is a PT student.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a PT student.
What year?
I think he's a first year, and yeah, welcome, man.
Welcome indeed.
Welcome.
Maybe one day you too could be doing spinal circles. here
Maybe
with us.
one day too, you can graduate with a spinal circle degree.
Slow-mo spinal circle stream, yes. Oh.
Ow! Actually, that didn't feel great. So yeah, you know, we're gonna demonstrate here today, like I said, 3 exercises for the shoulder and neck region because we sent out a poll. We said, hey guys, what areas do you guys want to focus on? And we'll leave room for the end, you know, for the special viewers that made it here in the middle of the day on Friday to you know, just ask us questions and maybe ask us to demonstrate some things. But yeah, maybe we can start with a very simple thing. I'll pull over a chair just to maybe like demonstrate some stuff.
Please don't disconnect my cameras.
Oh, I'm so strong.
He's so strong.
He's so strong. All right. Should we do? Oh no, we can do camera angle number 1.
Well, that's the only one that's on a floor angle, so yes.
Yeah. So camera angle number 1, guys. We are demonstrating why I'm gonna do this first stretch. It's called the upper trapezius stretch, and it's gonna target your upper trapezius. And most of the time, what we see when
What's an upper trap?
What is that? It is the muscle that is here.
Goes from here down to here,
And
then it goes all the way down to here.
It's a
Except
nice
the
big
upper
triangle.
part is only the upper part.
Right.
And the whole trapezius muscle is this big kite-shaped muscle on your back.
It's responsible for shrugging.
Yes,
You know?
the upper part.
It's responsible for doing this, and maybe you guys can recognize or feel that sometimes when you're sitting and getting tired, your shoulders are going to be up here. And if you hold this for a long period of time, 4 to 5 hours of maybe playing Valorant, maybe playing Teamfight Tactics, that's what I've been playing, and it can get tight, right? So what we can do is directly address it, but we're going to be doing some exercises that will address the other key muscles that will maybe help you prevent, you know, yourself from being in that position where it's shrugged. So let's just do a really simple stretch. We're gonna do it in standing. It's very easy, very nice. We'll do a very festive stretch. You're just gonna stand all the way upright. You can do this on the chair too, which is nice. If I'm gonna be stretching my left upper trap, I'm gonna depress or bring my left shoulder down. You can think about sliding your left hand down that left part of your thigh. So you're actively bringing it down. Then you tuck your chin slightly, tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Oh, I feel it already there. And guess what? You bring your right arm overhead to the top of the left head, and you pull, you help. Oh, wow. I'm really feeling it there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really feeling it there. I'm gonna now rotate 360 degrees to just demonstrate what it looks like. So you guys can see. There we go. So you can see from multiple angles what it looks like. And you hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. So you can get a good stretch and then slowly ease out of it. Wow. I feel a little unbalanced, so I'm going to do the other side.
For sure.
Yeah, we're going to slide that right hand down the thigh, actively bring our shoulder down. That anchors one of the attachment points of the muscles. And then you tuck your chin a little bit inside. And then you tilt your left ear to the left shoulder. Use the other arm and pull. And so if you guys sometimes feel like this area, your upper trap area, is a little stiff after you're playing a while, this can help provide some temporary relief for that sensation of like, oh man, my shoulders kind of feel heavy, my head feels a little heavy. It can help provide some of that or alleviate some of that heaviness. But remember, we don't only do mobility or stretching exercises because that doesn't, what you're doing is you're sitting for long periods of time, it's getting tight, but it's not addressing the underlying issue of, hey, maybe there's some weakness that's even leading to the tightness being developed. So what do?
We stretch it.
We stretch it, and then what else?
And we strengthen it.
We strengthen. So Elliot's going to demonstrate a strengthening exercise now. Because we stress the upper trap. You can do this between your games. 3 times, 20 to 30 seconds. You take it, you do it in between your Valorant games, in between your cues, maybe in between your scrim blocks. It doesn't take that long. It takes less than a minute to do both sides. Or maybe a full minute if you're doing 30 seconds on each side. And it can go a long way if you incorporate it throughout your gaming schedule to help alleviate or prevent some of that tightness there. So
we got a question in the chat. Do you guys feel that longus coli and longus captus can become an issue with poor posture in gaming? So let's break that down, what those muscles are exactly. Those are your deep neck flexors. So those are muscles that sit behind your throat. And that's actually one of the biggest issues with postural issues. So those muscles actually become deconditioned. They become weak, essentially, low endurance.
Yep.
And that causes the forward head carriage that you see here. Those are actually the muscles that are responsible for maintaining this upright posture here like this. Those muscles that sit behind your throat. Mm-hmm. So that is actually the root cause of a lot of this stuff. So that is exactly what we're talking about with some of these chin tuck exercises that we're about to incorporate here.
Are we?
Yes.
We actually had a full stream of a whole chin tuck progression to work on the deep neck muscles that our first year PT student viewer has so nicely brought up. And the muscles along the backside of the neck. Both are crucial in, like Elliot said, maintaining that upright position to prevent this from long-term having some negative impact on your body. So we do want to do some exercises now. What was the exercise that you wanted to demonstrate?
We were going to do prone extensions, like half bird dogs.
Yes.
The one we're going to do
quadruped arm lift.
Yes.
All right,
that
go ahead.
will also help build up the endurance.
We're going to swap to camera number 2, but in the meantime, just look into my eyes. Oh, okay.
We're already looking at your feet.
Okay.
It's premium content
All right. Woohoo.
Alrighty. So in order to do this exercise right here, what you're going to do is you're going to get down on your elbows and your knees. Hi, guys.
Hi.
You're going to want to maintain this chin tuck position while you're doing this. So instead of having your forward head like that, you're going to be tucked back like this. This is going to actually engage those deep neck flexors against gravity. And then what you're going to do is you're going to maintain the stability here while you activate all of the muscles behind your shoulder blades, including those upper traps. So what you're going to do here is you're going to straighten one arm, just like this, try to get it up to your ear, and come back.
I'm cueing him, so if he's going to do his left side, I'm trying to get him to use his middle and lower trap. We don't want to overutilize the upper trap in this lifting position, because again, as we know, that gets really stiff. So we're not trying to overutilize it or put ourselves in a pattern where we tend to overuse this muscle. Instead, we want to use the ones here in the middle of the back and on the lower part of the trapezius. So here it is. It's a nice front angle. We're going to demonstrate the side angle. So I'll demonstrate that, and then Elliot can cue me. So there's 2 ways you can do it, right? When you're down here on the elbow, it is a little, I guess, easier to push into the ground and utilize a muscle in the front of your shoulder blade called the serratus. You're activating that, and then first things first, you always pay attention to that neck position. So not like this, not like that. I'll move my hat. Nice and straight. How am I doing, guys?
You're doing great. Chat loves it.
Can you
Keep it
guys
up.
play beer pong on my back?
Yes.
Good, perfect. Lift and down. Lift
Squeeze.
and down.
And squeeze.
And down.
And squeeze.
And down. So here's what happens when you overutilize that upper trap. You guys see this?
No. Bad. You want to use it, but not that much.
Bad. So instead of doing that, again, push down, use those scapular depressors, the serratus, hook, lift, and then down. Lift, down. Back to the side. Go.
Lift. And down. And lift. And keep this down. And lift. Yes. And down. And lift. Good job, buddy.
And then this is just arm straight version. This is actually a lot easier.
Yeah.
So you want to start maybe with the easier version. This might be pretty difficult for some of you guys to maintain the position of pushing your elbows into the ground while lifting. This can be a little easier for you. So start here. This will be level 1 for you guys. Tuck your chin, lift. And level 2 will be on the ground here. All right. Excellent. Now let's demonstrate another stretch. What's another stretch we're going to showcase?
We're gonna do
The distraction. We wanted
Yes,
to
yes,
showcase
yes.
some distraction. So
The distraction.
why don't you describe a little bit with camera angle number 1. And yeah.
So for this stretch, we will be using a foam roller, like so. And what we're going to be doing here is actually pulling apart some of the vertebrae of the spine. And that sounds scary, but that's what the word distraction actually means. So Matt, come here.
Oh, sorry.
Come here.
Sorry, guys.
So instead of me grasping Matt's head like so and pulling it up,
Nah. Well, it
It's
actually
not-
feels great. It feels
it
great.
feels amazing.
It really does.
But unless you have someone who can yank on your head all day, we're going to be using this instead.
No. Okay.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to be the patient?
No. I'm gonna demonstrate.
Oh, you're
here.
gonna demonstrate. Okay,
It's
go
gonna be
ahead.
on the floor.
Yeah.
So we're switching to the feet cam.
Hold on. Do you guys want to see my feet? I have really flat feet.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Go ahead.
Those go for a whole lot on
on
fan
only
house.
feet. Only feet.
only feet.
Or feet house.
Feet house, yes.
If you guys want, we have a 5-cent sub level for Foot House.
You get to choose what color he paints his toenails.
That's right.
It's great.
And you can also get short foot pictures for
Oh my god.
for $3.
Short foot pic. Dude, you need to do an advertisement for that on YouTube. Just like
Short foot pictures.
Short foot pictures.
Oh, short foot.
Oh.
No way. Short foot, flat foot. Short foot, flat foot. Okay. Anyway, sorry, we're getting distracted a little
I had
bit.
trouble getting my arch up before, but now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're demonstrating distraction now.
Alrighty. So what this is doing here is I'm laying over the back of this foam roller. My neck is gently cradled, and I'm going to take my hands here, and as I lean back, I'm just going to gently pull up while I lean back into this.
Yep. Beautiful.
Oh.
Beautiful. And so what this is doing is, if you can see, the line of pull is going this way. And guess what? Some of those muscles that we talked about earlier in the back of his neck, they get shortened, right, in that forward head position. So he's lengthening it, he's stretching it here. If he wants to add a little bit of a bonus, you can work on his deep neck muscles here and tuck his chin down. And that also helps to stretch this even more. So you can do both. But, we like to keep it simple. We can keep it straightforward. We can only focus on the stretch. It's essentially as if I were with him here all the time, holding and pulling his head up. You can see, again, line of pull is pulling the neck muscles along the back here, stretching them so that when you're like this, you see how they're tight here or they're shortened here? We can lengthen them. And so how long do you hold this?
I would say you can hold it for about a minute and a half.
Very nice. It's also a nice place to kind of just hang out and sit. You can use it as a lever to really lengthen that part of your neck, especially if you add a little bit of a chin tuck on top.
Correct. Where's my remote?
Okay, no, we're actually, let's swap to one. We're gonna use the foam roller again. Yeah, you like my pronated feet? I swim hella fast. Okay, so this is a foam roller. You guys can look it up on Amazon. How long is this?
What's that?
How long is this?
I don't have a ruler, but
30 inches maybe? 36?
I do have a ruler, actually.
This is probably the 36-inch version. And we're gonna
measure this.
Okay, we're gonna measure this. Hold on, should I measure it?
Yeah, face this way.
36. I knew it.
36
This is so long.
So long.
Okay, so we are going to be demonstrating. We just demonstrated a stretch for the back of the neck. And again, if you sit like this for long periods of time, well then, this area gets tight, right? This area gets a little weak, inhibited. We showed you a stretch for that or exercise for that, those lifts. And now we're going to, again, work on the key muscles that allow our shoulders to do this. Call it a little bit of a posterior tilt, right? Because what do you guys see all the time when we're gaming? Trundle. Okay, we see that. We see the shoulders rounded and tilted forward. So what we want to do is work on the opposite, right? When Elliot was doing his quadruped arm lifts, he was working on that middle and that lower trapezius. And so now we're going to be working more on the serratus muscles.
Yes, we are.
And just making sure that we can really strengthen them with this foam roller. So
what's up, Vinny? Are you still in the chat? Hello, hi. How are you doing?
Okay, so we're going to be doing that, and so we're going to demonstrate with the floor angle here. We're going to put this down. We're going to also be in that quadruped position on our knees. We're going to put the pinky side of our hand along the foam roller here, and this can actually challenge your core as well. What we always want to do is we want to tuck our chin to start, right? Because we're trying to engage and practice putting ourselves in that better neck position so that it can translate better to gaming. So we're going to put it there first, and we maintain pressure along the pinky side of our hands. And as we're rolling the foam roller up, we're going to lean forward, lean forward, lean forward, lean forward until it goes overhead. And what's nice is that after you get to this point, you can also feel a stretch in your mid-back. If you do have some tightness that's limiting you at your shoulder, your lats, your pec, it might target that as well. So this is a good overall shoulder mobility exercise. And as you roll back, you maintain the pressure here too. So you're strengthening or using our key muscle at the front of our shoulder blade called the serratus. And we're going to do another exercise, probably the best exercise for the serratus according to the research. Best MVIC. That's the next time. That's the next exercise. We'll leave that for exercise number 6 for Elliot to demonstrate. This is the foam roller floor slide. And go. Boom. And then back. And go. And the whole time I'm maintaining the pressure along the pinky side of my hand into the fingertips. So you guys can see that. You can go slowly, trying to maintain that control. Again, you don't want your shoulders to elevate like this. We're not training ourselves into using the trap. We want to keep it down. Shoulders away from the ear. And then you bring it back. Good. And then repeat. And if you want, you can add a little stretch at the end of the reps. Holding. And then you come back. So, you can reset after 5 reps or so, or you can go straight through with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes you lose the distance, so you want to bring it back, set it close, and then do it again. 5 times. Not that fast, obviously, and then you end up in the stretch and hold it, and you feel it in your mid-back. So a lot of these are synergistic in that they target a lot of the same muscles. You can swap it back to camera angle 1, please. we will answer your guys' questions right after. You guys have a lot of really good ones. Excuse me. So a lot of synergistic exercises, and so are you demonstrating the next stretch or am I? I think it's me.
Yes, you. I just decided to get back in the shot because I missed chat.
Got it. Okay. I need to remember what stretch it was.
What stretch was it, Matt?
It was upper trapezius. Oh, and guess what? And Noir, you said, do you guys have any good lat? Terry's major stretches?
Terry's, yes.
That's what we're doing.
The Terry's.
That's what we're going to be doing right now. And so, actually, I like demonstrating a few ways to give you guys some variety. But I think maybe one of the best stretches, and I think it depends on you. It really depends on your current mobility. But this one is probably my favorite for the lat and the Terry's major. So what I need is a stick, a little broom. And Elliot is going to grab that right now. We're going to grab the chair. Just bear with me, guys. I'm grabbing the chair again. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. If not, I'm sorry. But boom, we have the chair. It's rolling. And I am going to show you guys. It's called the box lat and Terry stretch. Boom. Beautiful. Before I show you guys the actual stretch, I did want to tell you guys a random fact. Oh, the camera. We'll swap it to camera angle 2. I'll tell you guys a little story. So, you guys ready for this? I got reminded about this story. This is pretty random. In high school, I was in marching band. Yeah, I was in marching band. And
Nerd!
And I wanted to try out to be a drum major. Okay? Do you guys know what that is? It's the guy at the front that goes... And so I actually learned how to do some of those drum major routines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I could go...
You got it on the sticks?
I'm not bad. But it's heavy. It's so heavy. And there's been many times where I hurt myself. I was in front of my house and I threw it up in there and it hit my shoulder and I could not do it after that. I was traumatized. So, just a random story. But anyways, now that you guys know that about myself, I don't know why I felt the need to tell you, but...
It's a good story.
This is
No. We should do more Christmas time stories with Matt, like in front of the tree. Like it's very cozy. It's very aesthetic.
Yeah, guys. Okay, well, we can talk about stories later. But this is the box, Terry's and Lat Stretch.
We're on that camera now.
We're
going to sit in the chair?
Oh, no. We're going to use this angle. But, yeah. Okay, so this is the box, Lat and Terry stretch. You grab a stick and you hold it like this. So, easier version is to make it directly perpendicular to the ground, like this. Harder is if you have your elbows inside of your wrist. You guys see that? Elbows inside of the wrist, elbows below the wrist. That's easy. Hard, easy, hard, easy, hard, easy, hard. Easy, hard, easy, hard. Okay? So we'll do easy first. It's a box because it makes a square, right? It makes a box. You bring your knees further away, and then you just lean down. Ah! And then you should feel it here. And typically,
I can feel that.
Yeah, typically what we notice with some of the patients or clients that we work with is that one side might be more stiff. So for me, it's my right, and for someone else, it might be the left. And what we've also noticed specifically in gaming is that the side is associated with something specific to how they have their setup. Can you guys guess what that is? So while you guys are guessing, I'm going to be,
I want to see some guesses in the chat.
Show us some guesses.
What limits Terry's mobility?
What limits it? What would you find in a gaming setup that would say, hey man, this side is more stiff than the other? Let's see. Survey says...
Come on, we're waiting.
Survey says...
Armrests.
Armrests.
That's a good guess.
Actually is a good guess.
That's a really good guess.
So good guess because armrests would elevate the shoulders. It could if it puts it into a little more adduction. I haven't noticed specifically.
So for all you anatomy nerds out there, let's talk about what the Terry's actually is. What does it do? It's an external
internal
rotator.
Teres major. Teres and lat. So that's kind of an armrest or similar answers, right? And so think about what it does, right? If this is my armrest here, if it goes up, my shoulder goes up. Okay, and so the teres starts here at the bottom of your shoulder blade and attaches in the arm here.
It goes underneath.
So if it goes like this, is that really changing its length too much?
No.
No, not really, right? Good. Zen, first year PT student. It's an internal rotator, right? So what would you see in the setup, guys? This is good. This is
how we're conducting all our interviews from now on.
This is how we conduct our interviews.
Over stream.
Guys, what would you see in a gaming setup that would indicate, hey, this stretch will be really good for you? The box, teres and lat stretch. Box! Boom! Ow! I hit my own face. Okay, and then you... Oh!
Get it together, Matt.
Oh my god!
I see an arm positioning in chat.
Arm position! Woo!
That's the winner right there.
Winner! Chicken dinner. So, if the keyboard is tilted in a game like Counter-Strike or Valorant or anything, look at what my arm's doing. It's in internal rotation. Survey says internal rotation, arm rotation.
Mr. Cow.
Or right-sided. If your right side is internally rotated, if they maintain that position for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours, 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days out of a month, then that can develop a lot of tightness. And that's why they might notice one side might be more stiff than the other. So you can say, okay, well, hey, if you want to address that, you can perform this box lat and teres stretch. And if you want to bias one side, guess what? Here's the little strategy you can learn, right? If I'm trying to bias my left side, this guy's left shoulder's rotated and tilted like this, you can say, okay, put your left arm a little further because it puts it into more external rotation, right? It's going to lengthen it. And so you go, hey-ya! Hey-ya! And you can maybe lean on that side. So that's one of my favorite stretches. What's nice is that you can also do a lat stretch just by putting a stick on the ground like this. Tightening.
Can you push it into external rotation once you're in that position?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. The box stretch, Doctor Who special. Okay. So, guys, we did a stretch, right? And now we're gonna do the last strengthening exercise, courtesy of Dr. Elliot Smithson, medic, captain.
We're here. Look.
Generous.
Look there.
Wait, what? Captain Obvious?
Captain. Oh.
Captain Respectful.
Captain Doctor Respectful.
Captain Doctor Respectful. Alright, Captain Doctor Respectful is going to be.
I put the captain hat on, but that's a bit much.
Captain Doctor Respectful is going to be going over the last strengthening exercise. So what did we go over so far today? We went over upper trap stretch. Boom. You can stretch the traps. We went over the quadruped or on your elbows, arm and leg, or armless. And then we went over. We went over the neck distraction where you use the foam roller. We showed 2 foam roller exercises. Putting the foam roller here, pushing it up. Wait, this is actually a really good exercise too.
Kind of.
What? This kind of feels good. No, it doesn't feel that great. Okay, and so you can do that on the ground, and then we did the foam roller slides, right? Making sure you maintain pressure as it rolls up. You can do it against the wall, do it on the ground. And I just demonstrated
box stretch.
The box lat and teres stretch. And what are we going to end it with?
We are going to be doing Serratus punches.
Serratus punches!
Scapular push-ups.
Serratus punches!
Get out of here!
Serratus punches! Go! Hey-ya!
Foot camp. Hello! Hi. I'm down here now. Yes. We are going to be doing the legendary Serratus punches. So what's a serratus, you might ask? I hear all of you vigorously typing into the chat. Let me tell you what the serratus is. It's a muscle that sits right here. Have you seen anybody that's like mega shredded and they've got like the little like fingers that are like down their chest here? Yeah, Matt's mega shredded. Ugh! There's all these finger-like muscles here.
Oh, goodness.
All these finger muscles here, they attach to the shoulder blade, and it's their job to pull the shoulder blade forward like this. So They round it forward like this. It's this motion here. That's what the serratus does. So that's very important for things like reaching up overhead, not having pain when you're sitting, keeping you from slouching like this. Like, all of these things are involved with good posture and movement that's functional. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing an exercise to strengthen that. So how this is going to work, arms are going to be here on the floor like this. You can do a whole ass plank if you are feeling ambitious and your phone don't ring. You can do a whole plank if you're feeling ambitious. You can also do this on your knees. Get out of here. You can also do this on your knees if you're not feeling so ambitious. But essentially, this is the movement right here. Ow! What is this?
Alright,
get out of here!
Keep going! Educate them. Okay, good. So he's...
I hate you so much.
He's doing this is right now. He's doing it. Go!
This is the most humiliating thing I've ever done in my life.
Keep going! Press!
I swear to God, if you one more time, I'm gonna fucking take you down.
Press! And hold! Press! And hold! Press!
Ah!
And hold!
Ah!
And excellent. Good. So, what did we learn?
I don't know. That thing hurts.
We learned to never set up on quadruped when Matt is holding a stick. And can you swap over to camera number 1 again?
I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything for you ever again.
Hello, Hans Stampf. I hope you caught a very good section of the stream. And Mr. Cow, yes, arm. You can think of arm position, right? Because we're talking. I mean, forearm position. If your forearm is inward, then your shoulder is internally rotated. So yes, it's shoulder internal rotation, but sometimes people take the arm position as where the shoulder is positioned. Like, oh, my shoulder is positioned, my arm's positioned inward, so I have shoulder internal rotation. So, great. So we have all of those exercises, and maybe one thing I want you guys to take away is you guys probably heard us say serratus, middle trap, lower trap, a lot of times during all these exercises. Right?
Dave loves the traps.
We love the traps. And maybe what you guys can think of is those are like the core muscles of your shoulder. That's the shoulder core. Okay?
Shoulder core.
The Army Corps does these for their shoulder core.
Shoulder core is actually my #1 listened to genre on my Spotify Wrapped.
That's amazing. That's very true. I listen to that all the time. It's really weird genre. I don't know why.
Sounds like a lot of clicking and popping.
It's weird. Okay, and so, yeah. So today we reviewed 3 stretches, 3 strengthening. You guys can watch this back if you guys have any questions about those exercises. We're going to put some overlays. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe some explosions. Pow, pow, pow. We're going to put some explosions and some overlays so that you guys know when to incorporate these exercises. The strengthening exercises you can add to your regular strengthening routine if you want to gradually work on your postural endurance. The stretching exercises you can do also just prior to maybe a shoulder day at the gym, maybe prior to your actual workout or your actual gaming session, or maybe in between or after your gaming session when you know that you've sat in a position that is maybe not optimal. You undo some of that stress by doing upper trap, box, Planetary Stretch, and the neck distraction. Okay, so I'm still holding the stick. It's probably dangerous.
It's very dangerous for me.
And
got
so
some questions in the chat.
Yeah, we will go over some questions down in the chat. Why all the chairs have the armrest? Some people don't use it at all. This is a good question. Do you want to take it?
So, I mean, depending on how your desk is set up, if you have a desk that can accommodate armrests, or if you have an adjustable height desk, sometimes it makes sense to take the armrests off. Some armrests have different levels of adjustability to where you can't actually get it underneath your desk to sit all the way in. It actually depends a lot on what type of an aimer you are as well. So, like, if you're using the full mouse pad, most likely you're going to want to sit closer with your whole arm on the desk. But in my case, I can't do that with my desk, so I use the armrests to do that. But I have a higher DPI, so I don't use as much of the mouse pad.
Exactly.
So it really does just give you a lot of adjustability and kind of adaptability to your play style. So Definitely a useful thing if you're in a situation where you need to use the armrests, but also can go without if you set your desk up correctly as well.
It depends. It's always going to be, it depends on you, your body type, your morphology, your body shape, what you prefer, everything that Elliot said, your DPI, how much desk space you have, and we're actually coming out. It's finally out. It took me a really long time. Lesson number 7 of Gaming Ergonomics 101 is coming out very, very soon. I'm in the final stages of editing it. It has a lot of updated research on all the different components of how you can choose your chair, armrest, backrest, seat cushion, seat pan angle, seat inclination, everything. I really went into a deep dive on the research, so it's going to be free. We'll be releasing it probably in the next 2 weeks or so. But yeah, that's the answer to that question. So it depends. And so
he had a question about kind of diet and like his exercise levels. He says he's exercising a lot, but he's not losing weight. We're not really diving too much into nutrition in this stream. We have other streams with our registered dietitian Casey, where we talk a lot more about kind of nutritional considerations. We have some YouTube videos kind of on that if you want to check those out. But essentially, calories in versus calories out. So just making sure that your macronutrients are making sense. It would be a really long discussion if we were going to try to diagnose and dive into that right now. But
CICO, calories in, calories out. CICO. That's all you guys got to remember. CICO. Okay.
Simple physics.
Yeah.
Can't burn more than you have.
All right, hold on. Is Elliot's face clear?
Why are you messing with the camera right now?
Okay, looks good. Okay. Oh.
Alrighty. Would high rep shrugs fix upper trap pain? High rep shrugs are most likely to give you upper trap pain. I don't really recommend shrugs for fixing any kind of pain coming from your upper trap.
Yeah.
Most of the time, those muscles are really tight and overused anyway. So I would do things to kind of counteract the force of the upper traps. I would worry more about doing some of those chin tuck exercises that we talked about, doing some of those extensions of the other trap muscles, not really focusing on making the tight upper traps even tighter.
I wouldn't say it's like 100% of the time, the doing everything that he just mentioned works. Like maybe 10% of the time, high rep shrugs can be beneficial if for some reason your upper traps are very weak. But
if your job is a farmer to carry milk jugs and your upper traps are tired because of doing that, then maybe you should be hitting some upper traps.
It's always context specific, but for gamers, 99% of the time, you do not need to do that.
Every time I've done shrugs at the gym, I always regret it. I always have a headache.
Yeah, same. Okay, so it seems like a simple exercise. So basically what he said, we want to work on the scapular depressors, your middle, your lower trap, your serratus. What's the shoulder core, guys? Put it in the chat.
Shoulder core!
What is the shoulder core? Bah, bah, bah. And so then we're going to answer from Twitch now, 797. Could you also consider rhomboid straightening for improved posture? Yes, but it depends, right? Because let's say I'm sitting like this. My shoulder blades are abducted, or they're away from the center of my spine, right? If I'm really close like this, good. But I'm really far, that's bad. But sometimes it can be too close, right? Rhomboids, their job is to bring the shoulder blade closer to that center of the spine. So it can sometimes help depending on how you actually sit, right? If someone's really rounded sitting like this, and yes, absolutely, the rhomboid can be beneficial, but so is the middle trap, so is the lower trap, and then so is that serratus, right? And you'll see, it's subtle, but there are small movements that I did of the shoulder blade that allow us to put it in the right position when you're sitting for longer periods of time. So rhomboid strengthening is great, but it depends on how you sit.
I think generally speaking, though, strengthening the back muscles is a good idea.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
For gamers, because you're spending so much time in that rounded position, strengthening the rhomboids, middle trap, lower trap, all those things are generally going to be a good idea.
Right. You can't go wrong. It's very
I highly doubt you develop your rhomboids to a point where it'd be problematic.
Exactly.
It's usually the pecs that are way too tight.
Most important question, Valorant. I ended 2 seasons ago at Plat 3, but I hit Immortal in beta, closed beta. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyways, has Casey revealed G Fuel yet? Not yet.
But that's coming.
Yeah, I think next week we might actually do Healthy Gamer Snacks 3, where we're going to get amped on
we're gonna just
supplements.
Try all of the different
supplements,
pre-workouts, and see who cracks first.
Is wheat bread good for the gym? Again, this is not a focus on nutrition. ultimately with the gym, you do need carbohydrates to fuel your muscles.
And wheat bread is a good complex carb.
Yep,
so
exactly.
I would say it gets the thumbs up, yes.
Is stretching better than using a lacrosse ball to massage the muscle? They both have the end goal in mind, which is addressing the muscular stiffness. And
they're just two different ways to kind of do that.
Exactly. The two different ways. Do whatever works for you. Yes, we can get into the discussion of how exactly optimal it is depending on how you're doing it, but we don't need to. Ultimately, whatever works for you, do that. Okay. Sometimes the lacrosse ball can get into deeper spots that stretching can, and so utilize the lacrosse ball for those situations. Posterior cuff, Piri, what else? Oh, Rotator A9? Actually.
What?
What
was that, Matt? Nothing. Continue.
Continue.
What's the next question?
I actually missed this one. I do sport exercise and I feel the exercise pain, but I gain more weight maybe, but I want to lose weight. Okay, yeah, I mean, again, it all comes back to nutrition, calories in, calories out. If you are consuming too many calories that's over the amount of calories that you're wait, what am I trying to say? You're taking in too many calories. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I'm losing it. Okay. Yeah, you're probably consuming too many calories. You're not exerting or burning enough energy. So there's just that difference. There's a lot of more nuance to it. We're not going to get into the discussion here because we wanted to focus on stretching and strengthening exercises.
How do you cue for postural awareness, or is it more about not staying in the same position for long periods of time? It's more about not staying in the same position for long periods of time. But postural awareness just comes to a fact of you being aware of your posture. We have a lot of ways to cue postural awareness in the clinic when we're working with patients specifically. A lot of tactile cues, verbal cues are the two typical ways that we do that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to you just kind of being more aware of your posture, just taking time to just be aware of your posture is really all it takes. You can use things like put some K-tape on your back. That can be a decent postural cue when you feel it get tight. You're like, oh yeah, my posture's not doing so good. Maybe I should change that.
Same thing.
But really, I think spending just more time just thinking about where you are in space and recognizing that, hey, I might be in this crazy shrimp posture with one leg tucked underneath my body, and that's okay. I'm comfortable here, but I know that I want to stay here for another 10 minutes. I want to get up and move.
Exactly.
So just kind of making yourself aware of that is the best way to be aware.
Best posture is your next posture. Keep moving. And then we have do basic exercises like dumbbell rows, work the muscles you spoke about in this video. Yes, it does. It works your middle lower trap, your rhomboids. Those are really great exercises. It can work your biceps as well. It doesn't work the serratus as much. Very, very minor depending on the angle of pull. So you would have to be doing a push exercise to work on your serratus. The box stretch targets both the teres major. The teres minor is an external rotator, so you have to stretch it into internal rotation.
Yeah, PT school will ruin your posture. That's a big fact.
Oh, wait, we have another PT student?
Yeah, how many PTs do we have in this? Wait, no.
Well, we have ADA 797 is another PT student. Amazing, let's go.
And then isn't Loosling also in PT school? I feel like you're pretty knowledgeable.
Loosling also in PT school. Wow, we have just this.
How many PTs are in our chat?
PT squad?
Who retweeted? Who retweeted this Twitch? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? Bunch of frickin' nerds.
Amazing, let's get it.
Can you explain the cause of a headache, please? There's a lot of different causes of headaches, but you can get headaches as related to the stuff that we've been talking about today.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got these muscles that sit right at the base of your skull. They're called your suboccipitals. They make little triangles right here. And in those triangles, you have nerves that come out of your spine, and then they wrap around the top of your head. When you sit in this forward head position like this, stick your head forward. I don't know why I'm still holding the phone.
Guys,
we're not doing feet pics anytime.
PT students, what is the nerve root of this nerve that comes along here? The great occipital nerve. Nerve root, go! 5, 4, 3, 2.
Come on, PT students, because we sure don't remember.
Anyways, I remember. I know exactly what it is. Okay, so it goes around.
Goes around.
Ding, 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 C2!
Greater occipital nerve. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Comes across the top of the head, gets pinched by these suboccipital muscles. So the way that we want to deal with that is both by doing a suboccipital release, which you can use that foam roller that we did earlier to kind of distract the spine and kind of release some of those muscles that way. But also the best way to release a tight muscle is to strengthen up the muscles that are making it tight in the first place. So that means doing your chin tucks against resistance, using products like the Irrineck TM, and making sure that you're progressing your chin tucks not only in space but against gravity and then through resistance planes. Building up the endurance of those muscles is really going to be the best way to loosen up those muscles causing that headache. I hope that answered it. There's a whole lot more ways that you can get headaches.
Yeah.
Could be blood pressure related, caffeine, all kinds of different things.
Deeper into the neck joints itself. That's just one. Okay, so we actually have a full guide. Look up 1 HP Complete Guide to Headaches and Neck Pain. It's like a choose your own adventure type article. I was really proud of it.
It's a great article. I link it to people.
Check it out. And so, wait. How do you stretch it into internal rotation? We can do something called sleeper stretch. Elliot's gonna be my wall. Okay. So yeah, here. I'm leaning here. Wait, we should do this one. We should do this. This way. He's the wall. This is a wall. I just lean and then I rotate down. This is internal rotation. Boom. Posterior capsule, teres. You can pull across too. But you have to maintain pressure against the wall. You block your shoulder blade into the wall and then you pull across because that's how the muscles attach. ZZ. I'm an intermediate lifter. I've been training for 4 to 5 years consistently. So if dumbbell rows affect those muscles, and I still have pain in the upper traps. So that's a little more nuanced, right? Because one absolute thing that we would want to see is how are you performing the movement? If you are doing rows, there's ways to do it. We actually have a 45-pound pill here. Oh,
it's called pain pill.
The pain pill. And so what you do when you're doing a row.
I don't think they can see that.
Okay. He's gonna angle the camera down so that I can demonstrate for you guys. You see? Oh, boom! The pill. The pill.
All right, you're good.
The pill dance.
Do it.
Okay, so when you're doing a bent over row, what happens if we overcompensate? We can use the upper trap, right? Because we're doing maybe form fatigue. But if we make sure that our shoulder's in the appropriate position, posteriorly tilted back and then rowing, pulling to our stomach, you can make sure that you're using the right muscles. So if you aren't performing it correctly, then you can definitely overuse the upper traps and perpetuate that issue. Right? So that's going to be one thing we want to look at. We would then look at tightness. We would then look at some of the muscles we just worked on. Try all these stretches, actually. This might be good for you. Doing that right before you go into your back day.
I would say if you're not working on training the intrinsic muscles of your neck, definitely start doing that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely look into working on building up some of those deep neck flexor muscles.
Hold on. I want you guys to see this. It's really something that's pretty cool. Hold on.
Oh, yes. It's so sexy. Here, you want to see my double chin?
Oh, wait. Can you guys rate it? Which double chin is better?
Here, you step here.
Okay, wait.
Go face to face.
Wait, don't kiss me though. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, 1 for Matt, 2 for Elliot. 1 for Matt, 2 for Elliot. 1 for Matt, 2 for Elliot.
2 for Elliot.
Damn it! More volume!
More volume, yes. That's what I like to see.
Guys!
I got the best double chin. You ever did see. You can suck it, man. Ha, ha, ha.
Wait, you're not clear anymore. Hold on. Let's focus on that beautiful face. Boom. More volume. Damn, guys!
I gotcha. Yo, ZZ, you should definitely look into the Irrineck. I think that'll help you a lot. TBH.
Dang, everyone's...
Yeah, it's okay. I know. It's hard to,
Okay, anyways, so gold standard. How does rotator cuff irritation start? I play fighting games and use a fight stick, but I don't know if my pain started from there or from general PC use with the keyboard. Pain on your left shoulder. So PC, if it's coming from the PC, it's less likely to, unless you're really doing a lot with your left keyboard, you're in this internally rotated position. And you're
Fight
maybe
stick
going.
uses the joystick on the
Yeah.
left side, right?
But yeah, exactly. So that's I would say it's probably more likely that it's the joystick and the fight stick, because unless you're using the fight stick on the right hand, but if you're using it on the left
Correct
hand,
us if we're wrong.
yeah,
but
please let us know.
The fight stick is on the left.
Yeah, I guess it depends. If it's on the left, then it makes sense that you're doing a lot of internal and external rotation, so you're going to irritate that, right? And so we use our rotator cuff muscles more. Guess what? When our shoulder's not in the right position. They've actually shown that when our shoulders are like this, we use the rotator cuff more versus when we're like this. It hangs more on our ligaments, so we don't want to be here. We want to be here. So if you're set here, your shoulder or rotator cuff muscles are in a better position or more optimal position to move left and right. But you also need to have the actual endurance there, right? So you can think of, hey, I need to build my base by working on the shoulder core that we just talked about.
Shoulder core.
Shoulder core. I want everyone to talk about that on Twitter, please. Shoulder core. Serratus, middle, low trap. Wow. You can even clip that. And then you can work on the rotator cuff muscles on top of that. Shoulder core as the base, rotator cuff on top. Yeah, gold standard. So probably associated with that. So there's a few routines that we have. I'm trying to actually upload all of my TikTok videos onto my 1HP Shorts YouTube, but we have a shoulder routine that actually just goes over general shoulder strengthening and also includes rotator cuff. It's a 7-minute routine. It's under our playlist, but some of the exercises here also work. So if you want to build a general weekly routine for yourself, go to that playlist. It's called Routines to Fix Pain. Do 1 day posture routine, 1 day shoulder routine, 1 day stretches from this day, this stream. Repeat that for 3 to 4 weeks. Come back and report and say, hey, I'm now platinum standard. Get it? That was pretty good.
That was great.
Diamond standard. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. How often do you guys suggest chin tucks?
Say about as much as you train anything else, any other muscle.
Yeah.
If you're working to really build on like the strength and the endurance of them, like I mean, you can do them every day if you're kind of doing it as like a rehab thing to get rid of pain. But I'd say just work it into like whatever pull day you're going to be doing, or whenever you're working on your back.
Right. Yeah. So
I think we're out of time.
I think we are out of time. We are out of time. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was fun. We're going to package this into a more concise version so that you guys can quickly get to the exercise. You don't have to see me abusing Elliot, all of these things. Actually, we do have to end with this. Can you do the floor angle, please?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Guys, are you ready?
It's payback time, baby! Let's go!
Wait.
Oh, yes. The spine circles! Spine circles.
Spine circle jump. It's actually harder than it looks.
I believe that. I tried it. It was difficult.
Okay, anyways, that's it, guys. If you guys learned something today, please tag myself, tag Elliot on Twitter. Do we want to end with Christmas story time, or?
No, we gotta go.
Oh, we gotta go. We have a meeting coming up. Yeah, please tag us on Twitter with something that you learned that you felt was beneficial. Share it with your community. Share it with anyone. It always helps us so that we can help the community a little more. Learn how you can play more and hurt less. So.
Yes, indeed. Tell your friends. We'll be back next Friday.
We'll be back.
And that's it.